Hello, and welcome back to Rooted at Badger Rock's virtual workshop series. This week we got a cooking workshop, and we're actually celebrating Earth Day as well as Arbor Day this week. We're doing a project with MGNE this week, actually. We're partnering to do a mural with from Rodrigo Carapia, who's going to be the muralist. And we're going to be doing that with our students as well as cooking a gumbo this week. So we're doing a gumbo because one of our farmers here, one of the first farmers at Badger Rock, is kind of who we're going to be doing the mural for. It's Mr. Robert Pierce. He's one of the first farmers here, and we just wanted to pay a little tribute to him as well in this mural, as well as kind of this dish that we're making today. Along with the mural, it's going to be a lot of like crops that are in the African diaspora. So that's kind of where the inspiration for our recipe came for today. For gumbo, it's kind of a fusion dish. It's originally from Louisiana, although it's not like completely from Louisiana. It's kind of a mixture of French cuisine, Southern Cajun cuisine, as well as even some like Native American ingredients as well. It's really kind of like a stew. It's a little bit thicker than a soup, but it's not quite like not like a really thick stew though. It's kind of still a little bit runny. You'll serve it over rice. And there's a lot of good vegetables in there. You can add a lot of proteins, different proteins to it. And you can do it kind of any way you really want. There's no one way to do gumbo. Some might say that, but honestly, it's just kind of how you want to do it. If you kind of go the Cajun route, a lot of times they'll use maybe like andouille sausage, maybe shrimp as well. A lot of seafood will be in that way. As well as maybe just like the Creole, which is what they'll be using a lot more like tomatoes as well as a roux as well. And a roux is just a thickening agent that we're going to make out of fat and carbohydrates or fat and flour, and that comes from French cuisine as well. So we're going to be using a little bit of blending of all of that in here today. But yeah, let's get started with it. We're going to start off, we have some andouille sausage, so we're going to just cut this up right away. We're going to brown this first, and then we're going to add in some of our veggies. We got here some tomatoes, some green peppers, onion, garlic, as well as some celery. And then kind of one of the main things, the main ingredients of gumbo, we have okra. Okra is actually just kind of the West African word, or gumbo is the West African word for okra. So that's kind of just where the name comes from as well. But yeah, we'll get started here. We're just going to brown up our sausage first. So we're just going to cut this into little discs, maybe like a 1/4 inch or so. Get these going right away. Put these back on the plate. We'll just get these started on the pot right away. So we just want to brown these up a little bit. They're already cooked, just cooked sausage is already good to go, but I kind of like to have just a little bit of brown on them before we start getting the rest of the ingredients in. So let these start getting warmed up, start cooking up. I'll come back over. We'll chop up a few more ingredients we have over here. So we have green pepper, we have onion, and we also have celery. A lot of times I've heard this referred to as the Trinity or the Holy Trinity in the South. The Trinity can actually be a lot of different vegetables. A lot of times it has onion or celery or green peppers, could be tomatoes. Kind of depends on what cuisine you're making. So for this one, we're going to be using celery, green pepper, and onion, and as well as a little bit of garlic for some more flavor. So these will be the first veggies we're going to get in the saute. You can hear the sausages starting to cook up right now. And then those sausages will actually give a little bit of fat as well to cook these in. We'll probably add a little bit of extra olive oil too, just so we don't burn them. Oops. Get these all over, cut up. It's always nice to have all your veggies nice and prepped, nice and cut up. So you just throw them right in. All right, so we got all of our veggies all cut up. I'll cut up the tomato in a second. We'll add these in a little bit after. These have got a little bit more water in them, so we'll wait a second. With our sausages, it's starting to get rendered out a little bit. I'll add just a little bit of olive oil in here as well. All right, coming back. So now we're gonna add in our Trinity over here, plus our garlic as well. Get these nice and just browned up, sauteed, soften them up a little bit. Bring this one over here. Yep, and I'll wait on the tomatoes for just a second. There we go. Use a quick mix. There we go. So we'll let those cook up a little bit, soften up. Bring this cutting board back over. So got a little bit of chopped up tomatoes here. Got a few extra green peppers over here. I'll move them over. Chop up our last tomato. Yeah, I actually made this recipe not too long ago, a couple of days ago actually, and it turned out really good. It was a really fun good little experiment of trying this, because I've heard of gumbo made in different ways, so this was a good way to try out this recipe. This is the recipe we're using this week in our garden classes here at Badger Rock, in our garden class with the middle schoolers. It's just kind of, I can't remember if it's from our recipe that we had, or possibly from Yusuf Benrella. But either way, we've been using it for quite a while in our garden class here, so we like using it. It's a really good one. Yeah, it just has a good mixture of everything. Again, we have some andouille sausage in here, but you can also add a lot of other proteins. You can add like chicken, shrimp, oysters, crab, even maybe even lobster or something if you really wanted to. But yeah, it's just a lot of good flavors in here. You can add a lot of different ingredients that you want. But I'm really excited about the okra too. The okra is really what kind of adds the thickness too as well to gumbo. Like I said, there's a couple different thickening agents. There's the roux, there's the okra, as well as filet powder, which is what Choctaw Native American tribes have used. And I believe it's the sassafras leaves. It's just crushed up sassafras leaves, but it also helps thicken up a lot of soups and stuff like that. So, but yeah, okra has a really interesting, I think it's a non-soluble fiber that's in okra. So then once you cut into it, it'll actually be like a really slimy, kind of sticky substance. It's kind of what okra is known for. But yeah, that little sticky, non-soluble fiber that breaks down, that's what makes it thicken and gives it that extra little stew-like features of it. All right, so we got our vegetables in there. Now we're going to come through with our okra and our tomatoes. Start adding these in. About 5 tomatoes. Oop, one missed there. So get these in. We got our okra. We have frozen okra right here. We did have some okra that we grew last year. Not sure if all of it made it through, but you might just have some frozen store-bought okra. Fresh okra is good too, as well. Getting that mixed in. Get that going a little more. We got some fresh herbs as well we can add in. We got some parsley, as well as a little bit of thyme. Let's get that knife. Cut these up. need about a tablespoon, but I always like adding a little extra, little herbs. Put these in. Got a little bit of thyme. And you can also add some basil too. We just didn't have any right now, but basil is also a really good one. A lot of good flavor. Got some of these leaves of the thyme. Yep. And then we're also going to add about 4 cups of chicken stock to this as well. So then once we add chicken broth, a little bit of extra seasonings as well. We'll add some Cajun seasoning, some salt and pepper. And then once we get that, we're just going to let this cook for a little while. And then while that's cooking, we're going to be making our roux in just a second. All right, so we got that in. We're going to get our water. Let's grab a cup over here. Water. 1 cup. 2 cups. 4 cups of water. There's our 4 cups. Grab our chicken bouillon. You can use chicken broth or chicken bouillon or caldo de pollo, whatever you're feeling. So we only got 3 bouillon cubes, so I think that'll be enough for now. We'll make do with it. We got chicken bouillon. Just a couple more seasonings as well. So we got some cayenne pepper. We'll do about a teaspoon of that. Teaspoon of cayenne. Teaspoon of salt. Let's dive all this on. Salt. Oop, maybe it's a little extra pepper. Got paprika, which we are going to do a tablespoon as well. Smoked paprika, actually. A little extra smoky flavor. And then last but not least, our Cajun seasoning. We're going to do actually a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. All right. Got all of our seasonings in, got our herbs, got our chicken stock, our chicken broth. Got our water. We'll give this a nice mix. All right. Let's turn this up. We'll bring this up to a boil, and then we'll let it simmer for a while. Maybe about 20, 40 minutes, depending how much water you want reduced out of it. If you want it thicker, cook it a little bit longer. And then on our other pan over here, we're going to get our roux going. So our roux is, again, just a fat and flour. So we're going to be using olive oil and regular flour today. So we're going to do equal parts. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of flour as well. And with the roux, basically all you're doing is once you get it together, you're just going to mix them, and you want to keep mixing them over like a medium-high heat. And the idea is to keep mixing them so that they don't burn. And it's going to be going into like kind of like a milky color almost, and then it's going to start turning a golden brown. We got 3 tablespoons of olive oil. 3 tablespoons of flour. Nice little egg. So 1-to-1 ratio. Where'd my wooden spoon go? Oh, it's over here. So now, again, the key to this, you just want to keep it moving. Keep stirring it. Yeah, just keep it moving around. Eventually, it's going to start to get a little thicker. And then we're going to do this for a few minutes, maybe about at least 2 minutes, maybe a little around 5. Again, we just want to keep it moving. We don't want it to burn. Right now, we kind of have a yellow, almost golden color. And I think we're going to look for maybe almost some more golden color. I've seen other recipes. They've talked about the roux, and they've talked about stirring it for 30 to 45 minutes. And you want this dark brown, dark chocolate roux, which ideally, I guess it would make your gumbo a lot thicker, make it a little bit more stew-like. But sometimes we don't have that much time. Sometimes we just want to keep it going. And a simple roux doesn't have to be all golden brown, doesn't have to be real thick, crumbly like or anything you might see some people talking about. So for ours, it's already starting to turn a little bit darker. Again, just keeping it moving. Yeah. Yeah, but you can almost tell it's getting a little bit, when you drag your spoon across, it kind of, a little bit of resistance coming through. Looks like we're getting to a good spot, pretty close. Oh yeah, coming along. Yeah. And this roux is really hot. Again, it's boiling oil, so don't be aware of it when you're cooking with it. Especially when you put it into your gumbo, you want to maybe do it slowly so you don't accidentally get some splashing going on or anything. Hot oil and some of the water that's still in the gumbo. Just want to be careful about that. Be mindful. Ooh, got a little on the edge. Whoops, a little wild over here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too. It is Earth Day today, but another cool thing about the day, it's also my birthday. I have an Earth Day birthday, and yeah, I'm really happy to be here and get to be with you on this day as well. And y'all get to share this moment with me too. So I'm really happy to be here.
Everybody pop a happy birthday to Forrest in the comments out there.
Thanks, Sarah.
Give him some love. He is an amazing human.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's getting a little thicker. Still waiting for maybe a little bit more color, but we can call it pretty good pretty soon, I think. Turn this one down a little bit. There we go. Real simple. Real cool technique using this. Just flour and oil. Let's see if I can multitask. Do a little stir over here, a little stir over here. Oh yeah, we got a lot of good color coming into this gumbo. All those seasonings. Oh yeah, a lot of good smells coming out of here for sure. Keep it going. Takes there a little longer.
I think you could definitely do a little longer, but I think we could also call it good enough.
All right. Yeah, I think we'll call it good for now. Again, a little bit of a color change at least. But yeah, if you want to go a little longer, it can be a little more golden brown, almost getting towards like a chocolatey, light chocolate color. But for now, I think this will be all right. It's nice and infused, and it'll still work as a good thickening agent. Take a little time. See that sizzle? Again, it's really hot, so a little at a time is definitely a good tactic. Just do a light pour. All right. I roux in. Get another stir. Oh yeah, I can already feel it's getting a lot thicker already. It's still pretty watery, but I can just feel a little bit of resistance when I'm moving the spoon throughout. Yeah, it's definitely getting some good flavor infusion going on right now. Oh yeah, a lot of good colors, all of our veggies in there. A little bit of the sausage, andouille sausage. All right, and ideally we'd let this cook for at least another 5-10 minutes probably. Again, if you want a little bit more thicker of a stew, thicker gumbo, let it cook out a little bit longer. But yeah, basically this is what we'd have. We'd put this on top. We'd have got a big thing of rice over here. So we'd just pop in a nice little stack of rice, probably in a bowl, keep it all contained, and we just serve it up with a couple scoops of gumbo on top. So I'll let this cook out for a little bit longer. I think we'll probably use this for our classes as well today. Let the kids have some of this, so we don't all have to just only us at Rooted have to enjoy this. We'll let everybody else have some too. But yeah, this is about what it takes to make the gumbo that we have here at Badger Rock. Again, we'll have the recipe. We'll pop it into the comments down below. But yeah, I just wanted to say, hope everyone is having a great day out there. It's Earth Day, Arbor Day as well. You know, a good day just to be outside. You know, pick up some litter, go plant a tree, put some plants in the garden, get your hands dirty. Anything you can just to be out inside and enjoying what we have around us. Like nature really brings so much to us, and yeah, we really need to protect it, and we really need to honor it as well. And it's my birthday, so I look forward to this day every year. I really look forward to it, and I'm really happy to be here as well. Making gumbo and doing this with our community and the community out there in Facebook land too. But I think I'll wrap it up for now. We'll get this going, cooking a little longer, and then we'll finish this up. But until then, I'll see y'all next time, and have a good one.